Elon Musk on X has far more commercial volume and power than anybody who's on television. So Tucker Carlson at his height on Fox News was lucky if he got 3 million people a night. Elon Musk has 140 million followers, and he has forced his people to tweak the algorithm in such a way that unless you actually block him, you're going to see every bit of wisdom that he tweets out, and he does it 5 to 7, 10, sometimes 20 times a day.
Well,
so last week he tweeted out, "Oh, all the illegal aliens coming across the border can vote. I didn't know that." Well, this is complete nonsense. But that was seen by 50 million people who think that Elon Musk knows what he's talking about. And so this is dangerous. And so they, of course, all of them, are desperate for Trump to come back into power because he would get rid of Lena Khan, who is the head of the Federal Trade Commission, who is making their lives miserable. She has sued Google, she has sued Facebook, she's about to sue Twitter or X. And so the notion of antitrust enforcement and all that would go out the window if Trump was put back in. So they would like him to come back to power. And they're going to do everything they can to make sure that happens.
What about, I'm interested in what you think or your fears about foreign interference in this election, given AI now barreling down this road?
Well, here's the real problem. I mean, I assume everybody here knows about deep fakes. So AI now makes it possible for literally anybody. There's a company that will do this for you. If you have words that you want this person to say, they can take an image of Biden and they could put words in his mouth and make his mouth
literally form those words,
to them. So I am sure that we'll see a lot of stumbling things that lead into this trope of he's too old. And these will be manufactured. Now, in a more normal world, these would have been blocked as they were uploaded to, because in the old days, there was content moderation. Musk doesn't think content moderation is worth it. And he says, so he's basically gotten rid of the content moderators. So this stuff will all go out in the same way that the AI versions of Taylor Swift nude was put on X last week. You know, these were totally manufactured images where they put Taylor Swift's head on a naked body of some porn actress.
And X didn't take them down?
And X eventually took them down. And why? Because Taylor Swift's fans got so crazy that they truth bombed X, and eventually, after 3 or 4 days, X was forced to take them down. But it was not, not everybody has, 13, 15 million fans who can bomb a site to get them to reverse their behavior. You and I talked quite a while ago about something that I don't think everybody really understands, which is Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. Rupert Murdoch paid a fine of $780 million to a voting machine company this year, and he's probably going to have to pay another fine for basically broadcasting stuff that was patently untrue. But both Twitter and Facebook put far more out about Smartmatic and Dominion than than Fox did.
Right.
And never got sued. And that is because the government, thank you, Al Gore and Bill Clinton, I'm afraid, said that these platforms are not publishers. So they cannot be held liable for anything that is put on them. Now, as if they are just passive platforms.
Yeah.
Now, you notice, with the exception of the Taylor Swift thing, there is no nudity on Facebook. Facebook spends probably 30 to 40 million a year on AI that when someone tries to upload pornography to Facebook, the AI sees the bare breast and shunts it into another queue in which a human has to look at it and decide whether they throw it in the trash or it's some kind of Margaret Mead ethnographic film that maybe should be on Facebook. So they are editing stuff every day. They give you different content that they give me.
Right.
So this idea that they should not have any liability is nonsense. So if we revoke that safe harbor, their behavior would have to change immediately.
Yes.
They would have to spend millions of dollars on content moderation, and they might be liable for, just publishing obvious untruths.
Why don't we?
Right.
Why don't we? Why don't we revoke Section 230?
Because politicians are in the bag. These people give a lot of money to politicians, and every time it gets close to passing, they bring out the big guns.